Hello, cartoon boat fans. This will be one of my first Fujimi model kits that's a cartoon. Maybe when I was a kid I might have made one of their regular looking ships, but I like Tooned stuff because it's not supposed to look realistic. You know, I don't get critical on things that are fictional. So anyways, we got some, I don't know if that's a CAD rendering. It almost looks like it's a CAD rendering done in Photoshop. We have some finished photos here. Okay, I've seen some other videos of people building these. They seem quite simple. You know, if you're new to building model kits, or if you want to give your kid one of these things, it's a good chance the person will finish it. I just want to, let's open this up and see what kind of quality we're looking at here. Construction wise, it's all Japanese so far. I'm guessing those are paint codes. Water slide decals are nice. You want to clip away from it, then clip the final piece off so you don't stretch the plastics much. But of course, if you're going to paint it, it doesn't matter. Alright, well, you don't need to read Japanese. You just need to look at some shapes and arrows and the part numbers. It's straightforward. There's only 9 steps to make this whole thing. And there's only that many parts in this model kit, so quite simple. Alright. Now this is, these are water slide decals, so the deck seems to have it, but what's behind it are just paper decals, which are pretty lame. Paper decals always want to peel up. I'm assuming that's the name of the ship in Japanese, but I don't know if there's a base. I don't think there is. No, I don't think there's a display stand. But anyways, the hull here. Let's take a look at the plastic, see if they show weird plastic swirl marks from the molding process. Really small. I kind of like it. Alright, propellers. I don't really see too much. Well, I guess there's right here you can see a line where the plastic's met in the mold, I think. It's got like a, how would you say, a satin finish. It's not perfectly smooth, but it's still quite shiny. Alright. So unfortunately, the way they molded this, the sprue is literally on a visible part of the hull. Ideally, you know, they would have molded the plastic in a way where you could clip it off and never see it again, but I'm not a mold engineer, so you could actually probably make that ship without the bottom hull and just make it a waterline series. But let's take a look at the main parts here. I built a whole bunch of those Tamiya waterline model ships when I was a kid. They were really cool. Yeah, so I think, well, unfortunately, again, this plastic here, at least is flowing in and not touching this vertical surface. So it's just on the bottom, but yeah. Alright, so I think what I'm saying is if you could not put the red hull on it, just put it on a blue base and it looks like it's actually, you know, floating through the water. Not sure what I'm going to do there. Anyways, oh, now you can see. Pretty horrible molding there. Yeah. Okay, so repainting might be advisable. Look at all those weird swirls and stuff. That's what happens on most model kits, if not all. So that's why people paint their parts. I might do it, I might not sure. Because I feel like if I just weather these things with some brown washes and stuff, maybe it'll hide all that stuff. Possibly these are on the interior as well. So as usual, I'm going to fast forward to some music and we'll see at the end, and I'll talk about any sort of problems I may have run into. so this is the Akizuki, which is a destroyer. It's a whole class of destroyers built by the Japanese during World War II, between 1940 and 45, according to Wikipedia. 12 of them were completed, but 20 got canceled, 6 were lost, and 6 were retired. It weighs 2,700 long tons, 134 meters in length, and then it's got a whole bunch of weapons, of course, depth charges, and these double 100mm cannons and stuff. Alright, so let's look into the kit here. There weren't really many problems putting it together. This thing here is 2 pieces, and so you're gonna have a seam line. So I recommend you glue that. Some of the holes for the turrets were tight, so I just filed them out a little bit. I avoided the stickers because this is 3-dimensional. There's actually some ridges here, and the paper sticker would, just peel off eventually. So I just crudely painted it. There was a decal back here, but I broke it off immediately. So luckily, it does have a paper sticker, which is this, folded over itself. I didn't really glue much in here because I have to bring this back to my home. So I'm going to take off, all these towers and stuff for shipping. I guess the main issue is I matte clear coated it and then decided to weather it, which doesn't work, because it seeps out. So if you want to, put some panel liner into these portholes, you want to do it before you paint it, so you can wipe off the extra. That's my own fault, my own laziness. I'll try to do better on the next one. Yeah, so all these little cranes can pivot. Same with the turrets, can rotate. Even these little control rangefinder things can actually turn a little bit, but it's so small there's no reason to, right? I'm just gonna probably just leave it in this position and never touch it again. Oh, actually, I did glue these boats here. They're hanging off these cranes. I figured they'd just drop by gravity if I didn't glue them in place. You can even rotate these anti-aircraft cannons. You could maybe paint that torpedo, but I got lazy. So yeah, that's it. It's not a very well weathered thing because the whole clear coating before the weathering. Just a horrible idea, but I haven't built a ship in like 20-30 years, a model of one. If I had to guess, this might be like a 1/350 scale, that ballpark, just based on the size of the lifeboats, but it's a deformed ship entirely. So here's some images of a Akizuki class destroyers. Obviously they're very long and thin, but you get an idea. There's so much deformation going on. And that's what makes these cool. They purposely look goofy. And here's my horribly constructed water coaster, which is just sandpaper and that hobby water. But you always get these air pockets, see? And so I wouldn't recommend that hobby water. Alright, well, there's going to be some other ships coming in. I've got over 10 more to build. So if you like this sort of stuff, stay tuned. Hopefully I'll do a better job of the next one. Thanks for watching today, though. Take care. Bye. Happy sailing.